With the art cover for Blond being exposed at the MoMA, the Museum of Modern Arts in New York, as part of Wolfgang Tillman's To Look Without Fear exhibition, Wolfgang Tillman exposes one of his most iconic photographs, the picture for the cover art of Blond. In this video, I'd like to talk about what's so incredible about this art cover, but also about Wolfgang Tillman, the two alternative art covers for Blond, and the story behind this masterpiece of a photograph. As I mentioned, the art cover of Blond is featured in Wolfgang Tillman's Look Without Fear exhibition. Ironic because we don't even see FrankOcean's eyes. Now, who is Wolfgang Tillman? Wolfgang Tillman is a German photographer that distinguishes his photography by the observation of his surroundings. At the age of 14 to 16, he visited museums in Dusseldorf and Ludwig in Cologne, which acquainted him with photographers like Sigmar Polk and Andy Warhol, which are some of his earliest influences. At the beginning, his work was more casual, portraits of his friends, but it shifted to him taking pictures of his surrounding and especially the London nightlife. For a long time, his camera of choice was a 50mm Contax SLR camera. Some of his work has appeared on ID, Specs, Interview, SZ Magazine, and Butt. One of his most iconic picture is 17 Years Supply. Built from powerful symbolism, this image informs us both the choice of the subject and the straightforwardness of the title. A cardboard box frames the image in humble terms. Inside lies a jumbled assortment of bottles and boxes of medical prescriptions that once contained treatments for HIV, and some of them bear Tillman's name. He is himself living with HIV. The artist took this photograph in 2014 during the 17th anniversary of the death of his partner, Jochen Klein, who fell sick with AIDS-related pneumonia and never recovered. Here, Tillman staged a recorded and visualization of his defense against the same sickness that took his partner 17 years prior. This is an excerpt from the Sam blog. All links will be down below in the description. Another of his most iconic pictures that you already know of so very well, the Blond art cover. How does this cover come to be? Before that, I want to talk about the two other alternative covers for this album. After renting portraits from Akira Nakai, a famous cartooner that specializes in the design and installation of custom wide-body kits for classic Porsche models, FrankOcean and Evan Mock headed to Fukushima to visit the iconic EBISU circuit, where they drifted for hours and wandered around town in abandoned stores. That photo session would end up being this alternative cover. This is most likely the most recognizable alternative art cover for Blond. Some people may know this one as the early cover for Boys Don't Cry. I got two versions. FrankOcean with the bike helmet. And personally, I love this art cover. With the bike, the helmet, its incredible Japanese-inspired feel, vibe. Wow. This was shot in the Fukushima prefecture in Japan by Vivian Sasson, a Dutch photographer that was once commissioned to shoot the 2016 spring-summer campaign for Bodega Veneta. The second lesser known art cover was a photo seen in the Blond magazine as well as on iTunes, shot in Munich, Germany by yours truly, FrankOcean, showing Frank's passion for photography once again. This picture was taken in 2014 amongst others and was titled Best Day Ever. But why out of these three pictures did he choose the one where he had green hair? The main artwork for Blond was shot in the early morning of January 2016 in Berlin, Germany, in Wolfgang Tillman's studio. Frank drove from London to Berlin through the night to meet with Wolfgang to complete the shoot. Having canceled multiple times prior, the final planned shoot was in doubt to take place, but it happened. There's so much going on this art cover taken by Wolfgang Tillman, and I want to dive deeper. I want to start by the obvious, blonde. In the Merriam-Webster dictionary, blonde is defined as of a flaxen, golden, light, auburn, or yellowish brown color, blonde hair. But I really like this part of the definition. A blonde man, spelled B-L-O-N-D, when used for a boy or a man, and often B-O-L-N-D-E when used for a girl or woman. That to this day, people will say it's blonde, B-L-O-N-D, or blonde, B-L-O-N-D-E. No one can come to an agreement of is it with an E or not. Even the art covers can't agree. On Chanel, FrankOcean describes C on both sides like Chanel, the C on both sides like the brand Chanel. This is a nod to his sexuality, FrankOcean in 2012 on a Tumblr post revealed that his first love was a man. But what's up with his hair? It's green, not blonde. In Ivy, FrankOcean says, nodding back to his OF days. But also when Channel Orange dropped, FrankOcean explained that he has synesthesia. The summer he fell in love for the first time at 19, everything was orange. For many people when they are younger, their hair is a lot lighter. Many kids are blonde and end up with brown, darker hair as soon as they're not teens anymore. For some people, when their hair starts graying, they dye it. For FrankOcean, he tried to dye it blonde, but when you mess it up, your hair can turn out green. I believe that this is FrankOcean reminiscing a long lost past.
Poolside convo about your summer last night. Ooh.
I think also FrankOcean is very vulnerable, and this is shared on all three covers. On the main cover, FrankOcean hides his face, maybe hiding back tears masked by the fact that he is also in the shower with running water. On the other cover, he has a helmet, and the third, he's the one taking the photo of someone else to which we can barely even see their face. He's vulnerable on this album, and it's presented on each cover. On the main Blond art cover, on his pinky, there's a ring that says Memories. On this album, FrankOcean is reminiscing a lot of the past. On his right index, he has a band-aid. This could be FrankOcean referencing the altercation he had with Chris Brown outside of his studio in 2013. And this is backed up by FrankOcean having a band-aid when he was accepting his Grammy in front of Chris Brown in 2013. He also talks about it on Sunday with Earl Sweatshirt. But let's not forget, Jay-Z told him to act his net worth on Future or Free. There's this feel of sadness throughout the album, and this feeling is at its strongest on this cover. I ask you the question, is he crying because of the longing for the past? Because of the memories lost in time? Because of the fight? I guess we'll never know. But one thing we do know is that boys don't cry. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Hit the link tree in my bio to follow me on all my socials. And comment which is your favorite cover on all the Blond art covers. And as usual, keep it supreme.